For tonight's Unfiltered, we're continuing our coverage of that mass shooting in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. We want to let you hear a powerful moment during a news conference with the chief medical officer for the hospital where Monday's victims were taken for treatment.
We did operate on 3 of them yesterday that required emergency operations. My team were absolute professionals. We trained for this. It's very difficult to be able to process what's going on during that time. And so the training that we do with our emergency department nurses and physicians, our surgical services, our trauma teams, the blood bank, all of that makes a huge difference in being able to save those lives because we have to act quickly. But I'll be honest, caring for 3 shooting victims, plus the other that came in, is not an infrequent day for us. And the events surrounding this made this obviously much more difficult. But to be honest with you, we barely had to adjust our operating room schedule to be able to do this. That's how frequent we are having to deal with gun violence in our community. I'll tell you personally, I'm weary. I've been in Louisville for 15 years, all of it at University Hospital. For 15 years, I've cared for victims of violence and gunshot wounds. And people say I'm tired, but I'll be answered. It's more than tired. I'm weary. There's only so many times you can walk into a room and tell someone they're not coming home tomorrow. And it just breaks your heart. When you hear someone screaming, "Mommy," or "Daddy," it just becomes too hard day in and day out to be able to do that. Now, my team is fantastic. They're absolute professionals and they're wonderful. But sooner or later, it catches up to everybody. You just can't keep doing what we're doing because you just can't keep seeing these lives lost. You can't keep seeing all the people with these horrific injuries coming through the door without doing something to try and help them. And I don't know what the answers are. I'm a doctor. I don't know what the answers are. But to everyone who helps make policy, both at state, city, federal, I would simply ask you to do something. Because doing nothing, which is what we've been doing, is not working. We have to do something. Because this is just getting out of hand across our city and across this great nation of ours.